Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. Resistance to the organized mass can be effected only by the man who is as well organized in his individuality as the mass itself. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. The acceptance of oneself is the essence of the whole moral problem and the epitome of a whole outlook on life. Find out what a person fears most, and that is where you will develop next. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. There are as many nights as days, and the one is just as long as the other in the year's course. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Nobody can fall so low unless he is at great depth. If such a thing can happen to a man, it challenges his best and highest on the other side. That is to say, this depth corresponds to a potential height, and the blackest darkness to a hidden light. In all chaos there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. Nobody, as long as he moves about among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth, and if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Faith, hope, love, and insight are the highest achievements of human effort. They are found given by experience. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes. In all chaos there is a cosmos. In all disorder a secret order. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. The word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. We don't really heal anything, we simply let it go. Nobody, as long as he moves about among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. There can be no transforming of darkness into light and of apathy into movement without emotions. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Often the hands will solve a mystery that the intellect has struggled with in vain. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, morphine, or idealism. Shrinking away from death is something unhealthy and abnormal which robs the second half of life of its purpose. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Who has fully realized that history is not contained in thick books, but lives in our very blood? Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. I have always been impressed by the fact that there are a surprising number of individuals who never use their minds if they can avoid it, and an equal number who do use their minds, but in an amazingly stupid way. Understanding does not cure evil, but it is a definite help, inasmuch as one can cope with a comprehensible darkness. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Shrinking away from death is something unhealthy and abnormal which robs the second half of life of its purpose. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.